In this video, I want to talk about print function, which is used for output in Python. Simply we say print and we use open close parentheses. Everything that we write inside this parentheses, it will output in the terminal. So for example, if I write here 5 and I save it, if I run it, as you can see, it outputs 5 in the terminal. Or if I say 5 plus 2, it will output the sum of 5 plus 2. It will output in the terminal 7. Let's run it. There you go. It outputs 7. So if I say 5 multiply 2, it will output the multiplication of 5 and 2. Let's run it. There you go. The output is 10. So if I write numbers inside this parentheses, it will output the answer in the terminal. And also I can write text or string inside this print function. So here we should write our strings inside the double quote. I'm going to use double quote. Inside that I'm going to write Python is fun. If I save it, run it, there you go. Python is fun. It outputted this text in the terminal. Sometimes we have some variables and we want to use those variables inside this print function. For example, here I'm going to say x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 7. So if I want to print the x, simply I use the x inside the print function. I'm going to delete them. Inside that, I'm going to say x. I'm going to save it. There you go. It printed 5. X is our variable, and the value of that is 5. It outputs the value of that. So if I say x plus y, it will output the sum of x and y. X is 5, y is 7. It will output 12. Let's save our program. Run it. There you go. It outputted 12. So if I want to print x and y individually, I want to print the 5 and 7. So I use the x, comma, y. It will output 5 and 7. There you go. 5 and 7. So if I want to print the variables individually, we use comma between them. If I want to sum them or multiply them together, we use the sum operator or multiplication operator. So what if the value of our variable is a string? For example, here, the value of x is Python is, and the value of y is fun. Notice we use comma between them here. It will output Python is and also fun. Let's print it. There you go. Python is fun. So if I use the plus operator between them, it will output Python is fun, and there is no space between is and fun. Let's check. There you go. Python is fun. There is no space between is and fun. If we use the plus operator, we should use a space here directly. So I use a space here. Let's run it again. There you go. It's now correct. Python is fun. But if we want to use the comma like this, we don't need the space here. Let's check. Python is fun. So what if one of our variable is a string and the other one is number? Like this. Python is fun, and also the second variable is a number, 7, for example. So if I use them inside print function with comma, it will work correct. Let's print. There you go. Python is fun, and also it printed 7. X was this string, Python is fun, and y was 7. It works correctly. But if I use plus operator, it won't work, because we cannot sum strings with numbers. We can sum two numbers. We can sum 2 and 5, for example. The output will be 7. And also we can concatenate two strings with Python is and also with fun. It will work correctly, but we cannot sum an string with a number. So let's save it, run it, and see the output. There you go. It shows an error. Type error can only concatenate str, not int. It means that we can only connect two strings, not an string and integer. Can only concatenate str to str. We can concatenate two strings together, not an string and integer. So it will show an error. If we want to print an string and a number, we should use the comma, like this. Now if I run it, it works correctly. So this is the basic information about the print function. See you next video, and bye for now.